I'm Myra Territo, your Astrology-Obsessed Realtor, where real estate meets energy, alignment, and a little cosmic magic. Join me as I sit down with high-vibe entrepreneurs and soul-led creators to talk purpose, manifestation, and what it really means to build a life and a business that feels like home. Hi, today I'm in Fieldsboro with my friend Stevie Holden. We've known each other for about maybe 12 years. Stevie worked at the gym that I used to attend. And she had called me up, I guess over the summer. And we started talking. She had bought a house recently. She was looking to make a move. But being that she's out of my area, I wanted to refer her to a local agent. But we started talking about the whole home selling process and the home purchasing process. And the energetics around that, and just about how I like to look at the home buying process in a non-traditional manner. So what we've done is I've done a birth chart reading for Stevie as well as her wife Taylor. We did some synastry, and we did some work earlier, and we're just going to recap some of that work and also kind of go through the process with you to let you know what I do with clients to help them ground that heaven on earth. So how you doing today, Stevie?
Peachy as a pie.
Yeah. Okay, good. You're feeling good and relaxed about this?
Yeah. I will say, like, with our conversation, because I think for us, we're very spiritual. And I think for Taylor and I, like, a lot of energy is kind of how we make a lot of our decisions.
100%.
For us, with this house buying process, it was different because first time around, we were coming from an apartment, and the stress is a lot different.
Yes.
So going from now house to house, it's a completely different ball game, and just navigating a lot of emotions.
Yes.
And that's where I felt like, let me reach out to the friends I know and love and kind of get like, I love to talk with people, and that's where like kind of this has kicked off. And even just like through our conversations, it really resonated with us. It's kind of helped us really feel at ease.
Awesome.
And I love it because again, the bells start to go off. I mean, as you could see, Willow's also very passionate about it. But yeah, no, I love this type of kind of way about home buying, and I think it really again just helps you navigate a lot better.
Well, and that's the thing too, is astrology, the way I do astrology, it's not predictive. It really should resonate with you. It should be more of a confirmation as to who you are and how you problem solve and what is the best approach for you personally, you and Taylor personally. Because again, like you said before, you didn't buy a house last time you moved. So now easy. You're going through the process of selling a house and then buying a house and upgrading that and having it match your lifestyle. So definitely a lot more complicated, but I know you guys can handle it. I've seen it in your chart. So let's just kind of go over a birth chart really quickly, because I know this was the first time you had a birth chart done. So what I like to say, what a birth chart is it's actually the snapshot of the sky when you're born. So everyone has their own birth chart. You could they also call it cosmic blueprint. Yeah. And I like the description cosmic blueprint more because what it is you're really looking to the stars in their placements to find out more about who you are and why you came into this earth, the time that you chose to came in. So there are 3 major components. Everyone knows zodiac signs, like, you're Scorpio, right? So that is your sun sign. So you've always identified with Scorpio, which actually makes a lot of sense because you got a ton of Scorpio in your chart, and we'll get into that. But the thing I tell everyone is you actually contain all 12 zodiac signs within your whole chart because you are a complete person, and these different traits show up in our lives in different ways.
Yeah, no, and especially when you started going through that, I felt that, see, people hear Scorpio and they're like, oh, and I'm like, what does that even mean?
It's scary to them because
just don't cross me. Just don't cross me.
Exactly.
It's just, we're friends. It's fine.
Exactly. So we have all these different signs, and all the different personalities that go with them.
Yes.
And then they show up in our astrological houses. So again, you think of a pie and there's 12 houses, just like there's 12 signs. So the first sign, the first house is also your rising sign. So that's what people see outward facing. That's your physical appearance, just kind of the way you come across. Your second house is, that is like how you make money, your possessions. It's much more material. It's actually connected to Taurus, which is also very earthly, very material. Your third house, which ties to Gemini, is your communication, your daily cycles, your daily routines. Your fourth house, that has to do with your family, your home. Fifth house, creativity, pleasure. I might as well just finish all the houses. The sixth house is responsibilities, routines, hygiene, health. Seventh house, that has to do with your relationships, how you relate to other people, your partnerships. Eighth house, that's kind of like how you make your money, your abundance. There's a lot of change and transition there in your investments and taxes. Ninth house, those are like your beliefs, education, traditions. 10th house is all about your career, how you're publicly perceived. 11th house, those are your social networks, the groups you like to network with. I love my 11th house. And then 12th house, that's more of your private. That's more like inner working. So when we apply the signs to the house and then we add the planets and the points, which have their own influence, right? So the sun, that's like your warmth, your vitality. That's how people see you. Your moon. I always say the moon, whatever your moon sign is, that's what you really want to appease because that's what makes your soul happy. My moon is in Sagittarius. So all I want to do is travel and seek deeper knowledge. So we go through all the different planets. We go through how they match up to your house and the signs. And that's how we're going to do your birth chart really quick. And that's how I wanted to explain it to you because I feel as though there's a lot of misunderstanding about this. And really, I see it as 3 different wheels that you rotate and then they match up. And then when they lock in, that's your cosmic birth chart. And then from that, I can then read, or other astrologers can then read and decipher kind of what your life path is, what you're compatible with, what really drives you, like really who you are. So we're going to dig into that with Stevie now. Lucky you.
Yes.
This is your birth chart. I don't know if you've seen it.
I did look at the preview you sent.
Okay.
And I thought it was, I don't know if it's coincidental that like I'm over here and then Taylor's like kind of like right there.
Yeah, her chart is she's like all 11th, 10th, and 9th house. And you're all 6th, 7th, 8th. Not a little bit in the 10th house, but your magic is over here. So if you look at your sun in Scorpio, this is called a stellium because all your planets are lined up. You only need 3 planets to be called a stellium, but you have the moon, the Mercury, sun, and Pluto very close to your sun, all in the 6th house of Scorpio. Okay, so, and we've talked about Scorpio. Scorpios are very emotionally intense. So that's how you come off physically. Also, your Mercury's there. So the way you speak is also very intense. And I always think of the word alchemy. Like, I love Scorpio energy because, like, you guys, you just don't like any kind of bullshit. You don't like anything on the surface. Like, you're ready to just go deep. And I love the Scorpio energy.
Yes, very deep. Guys very deep.
Do go very deep.
Yes.
And people that don't want to be seen are scared of you because you could call them out. So they're more afraid of you because they don't want to do their own work. Because Scorpios, you guys do the work. Okay. So I'll leave that there. But again, your moon, your Mercury, your sun, and your Pluto, all in Scorpio. Okay. And then if that wasn't enough, you've got all this going on in Sagittarius as well. You have your Venus, your Mars, and your Jupiter. And Venus, Mars, and Jupiter, that's a part of your big 6. So Venus is not, it's all lovey-dovey. Venus, it's the softest planet in terms of communicating. So you have your Venus, you have your Mars, which Mars is kind of like how you defend or how you protect or how you fight, how you deal with conflict. Again, in that Sagittarius energy of seeking more knowledge, always exploring, being very expansive. The 7th house of relationships, partnerships, the other, and marriage. Okay, go on.
No, I was going to call out that you even mentioned the other day that wasn't, somebody was in Venus, Scorpio, Scorpio's in Venus. There was tension.
So Venus the other day had gone into Scorpio, which can cause tension. And when you called me and you're like, do you have time to chat? I'm like, no, I'm in the middle of my full moon bath rituals, but you should know that Venus has just gone into Scorpio. So if you're having issues with Taylor, just let it ride. Was that right?
I mean, for the sake of my marriage, I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Gotcha.
But I'm picking up what you're putting down. But no, I just want to, I mean, I think again, like just like navigating a lot of to what all of this kind of plays out. I really think there's so much value in it because again, like even just having a note of like, hey, like things are a little tense.
Right.
Things might feel uneasy. You might feel this way or like, hey, like today, light as a feather.
So that's the thing is that astrology is chock full of knowledge. It's just learning how to decipher it.
Yeah.
And also like what parts of it apply to you now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like, yeah, you could do like your own research and figure it out, but like honestly, it takes years and years. I mean, I'm just scratching the surface of it. This is thousands of years old philosophy and learning and studies. And I'm just really scratching the surface. But I think the main thing is understanding the energies, understanding you as a Scorpio, and the fact that alchemy is so important for you when you make these major life transitions. So I strongly suggest that we do some rituals to help you let go of this house. Because she is selling the house and she's moving on to another house. So I'd like to do rituals to help you let go of the house and expand your heart to hold this new space. So if you like, I would love to do that with you now.
Yeah, no, I'm all for it.
Yeah. Okay, great.
I will say, I mean, it was interesting when we had a stager here. Yeah. They sat down at one point. They're like, "You're sure, right?" Because they're like, people will back out because again, you start to move. I fell in love more with this place once I mean, we already kind of made it our own after for a couple of years. But even now, like when you're setting it all up and you're really putting your best foot forward with your house.
Yes.
After blood, sweat, and tears.
Yes.
Then you're like, oh my God, am I making like a huge mistake? Is this right? And it is a lot to navigate. But I think it's important though with, again, like, I'm a big believer in energies. And I feel like if I'm holding on to that, if somebody might feel that when they come in, they might not even realize it. They don't. Right. But I think, again, that does play a big part that like, if you're doing this, you have to be open to it. You have to let go and you have to welcome new opportunities just because.
And it's a lot too, because like, especially if you did put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this house, like you're literally infusing the house with your energy. Mm-hmm. So now you have to take yourself out of it. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like you have to then virtually kind of cut the ties with the house and let the house know that you are proactively searching for the right buyer to match the energy of the house. Mm-hmm. Like also the house needs to feel safe in letting you go, knowing that there's going to be a new occupant that's going to be living in her heart.
Yeah.
So, and I think all of that is very important. Like sometimes when you walk into a house, like, you know, when you walk into a house and you're looking at homes,
you walk right out.
There's certain homes, they just don't match you energetically.
Nope, I'm out.
It's just, I have people, they don't even want to go upstairs. They're like, Myra, the energy is off. I don't even want to go upstairs. And that's fine. Yeah,
Taylor's a big proponent for that. The second, if even if maybe I don't catch it right, and she goes something, I go say less, and we'll leave. Like
yes. So I have two rituals for you. I have one to help you release this home, and a second one to help you call in the next home. Okay. So those are things I'll just explain to you, and then maybe I'll leave it for you so you and Taylor could do it on your own. At your own pace. So the first ritual is the release of your current home. What I've done in the past is a lot of times, like when we talk about the death and rebirth, which Scorpios are known for, sometimes the hardest part about the letting go is we actually have to let go of the good and the bad memories. So it's easy to let go of the bad memories, but to let go of the good, there's always more resistance because we tend to go back to those when we aren't feeling as good. But what I found was when I was in Grenada and I did my own death and rebirth, I let go of all the memories of getting married, giving birth to my kids, their birthdays, all that good stuff. I let go of that because I know there's more greater future stuff to come. Mm-hmm. So that's what I need you guys to do with this house is I need you and Taylor to just sit down, maybe in front of a candle, do a little meditation, and then write on a piece of paper. Each one of you write down your favorite memory of the house. Okay. And then take that piece of paper, fold it up. If you want, you could share it with each other. I think that's great. You guys should share it with each other. You should discuss it. You should talk about the memories. You should remember those memories and then take the piece of paper, fold it up, and you can burn it. You could burn the piece of paper and just say, I'm letting go of this energy to create room for new energy. And I think that would actually be a beautiful ritual for you too.
No, I think for even like leading up to this, there's days where I'm like, I want somebody to have what we had here because this was our first home. Like it was, again, that's a big step for somebody. This could be somebody else's first home, could be somebody
You're changing someone else's life too.
There's a lot of shifts. So I think that's what I want to really kind of bring forth is just saying, we've had our good and bad times here, close this chapter, and now we're ready kind of for that next and what we want.
And honestly, I would even have like a little conversation with the house. Yeah. And let the house know too, thank you so much for all the memories and, all the love and containing us and helping us feel safe while we grew our careers and we grew our relationship.
This house has seen some shit. So I'd be like, thank you for not telling anybody.
Right. Yeah. So you have to acknowledge it and then you have to let it go. Yeah. Because until you let it go, you're not going to make room for the next.
And you feel it too. Yeah. Again, like I said, like 100%. Even like through the process of, again, we've been in the position where it's a slower market. It's not, there's a lot going on.
There's a government shutdown.
Yeah. Like there's just so many, factors you can't even imagine to plan for. It's like how it makes us, we had our wedding in August and you can plan and do as much as you want. And day of, nothing goes according to plan. Or you just, like, again, there's
just go with it.
The factors in all of these like big moments. Yes. I think it's good to just like reset and just say, you know what? We've had our time here. We're truly ready to take that step. Cause I also, I can like psych myself out where I'm like, I'm blocking my own path forward.
So that's what it is.
And then I'm like, damn, I acknowledge that now. Okay. I know I've done it. I've done it.
Well, this was the thing. Like once I let go of the how, and that was the hardest part because I'm a Virgo rising. I want all my ducks in a row. Mm-hmm. And I want them named. Okay. So what I did though was I figured out what I really want. Mm-hmm. And then I realized that the universe, when it plans it for me, it always goes better than when I try and control it.
I say the same thing. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I literally have it on my arm, like trust the universe.
And that's flow. But
no, I truly feel that it's a weird piece where I'm like, I just have to not question the how and the why. Like I just need to trust the process in the sense and see where it goes like day by day.
So that's why I say energetically, if you can address that, you and Taylor with the house, acknowledge, address, let go. And then part 2, I have a second ritual for you. Part 2 is calling in the new house. So for calling in the new house, I would probably do that like maybe 3 days after you do the first ritual because you want time for that to soak in. Okay. And then when you're ready, or maybe like the night before you go look at homes, what I would do is I would again sit with Taylor, light a candle, talk about the house, talk about what you're looking for in your next house. Yeah. And then each of you write down 3 things on a piece of paper. fold it up, but this time instead of burning it, put it next to you on the bed. And just remind yourself in the morning that these are the qualities I'm calling into my new home, because this is what matches my next energetic level. So this is what I'm now calling in. Now I've let go of the old, I'm calling in the new. And I think between the two, that should help you energetically align a bit more. And then we could
refresh.
And then we could chat after that and see how you feel, if it's made a shift in your energy, and whether or not that's changed the situation with your home sale. I'd be really curious.
No, again, like I said, it just, even with so much of how this plays in with, again, there's all these different elements that go into it. It does play such a part. And I think, again, just even having that little notion to that, I think does bring a sort of peace. Even if it's not the best news, it's better than, I feel like.
Well, you know what it is also your, because you're so energy run, like you said yourself, it's like I run off of energy more than the logical end. So it's like I need to train your brain and your body to feel safe enough with this energetic shift. And by prompting it with the meditation and with the intentions and with the invocations, that's going to help your energy align to the you now that exists versus the you that existed when you bought this house. Because you've evolved as a person since then.
But yeah, a lot has changed.
Well, Stevie, thank you so much for having me over.
Thank you for coming.
It's been way overdue.
Yes.
And I'm really looking forward to seeing how these rituals will play into your life. And I'm really excited to see how this whole journey goes for you and Taylor. I wish you guys the best of luck.
No, I appreciate you, Myra.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course.